Hello everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Esquire's Man at His Best podcast. This is our weekly look at some of the biggest things that have happened this week in the world of men's lifestyle, including updates from our very own website and magazine. Now, my name is Tom, and I'm the digital director for Esquire Middle East, and as per usual, I am joined by a very special guest. Born in Riverside, Iowa, where he was raised by his parents George and Winona, he only spent a short time on the planet before moving to Tarsus 4. There, he became one of 9 surviving witnesses to a terrible massacre of 4,000 colonists by Kodos, the executioner. Vowing revenge, he joined an organization that aimed to police the galaxy and become the first and only student to defeat the Kobayashi Maru test after reprogramming the computer to make a no-win scenario actually winnable. Ultimately, he would become Starfleet's youngest captain, and during his travels aboard the USS Starship Enterprise would face rivals such as Khan, Khan again, and Khan once more. However, tragedy struck just last year after his revered captain's logs, including personal files of everyone under his charge, as well as his opinions on beings that he encountered that were never meant to be made public, were hacked and then leaked. During the subsequent investigation, the intelligence services would go on to charge Russia with orchestrating the attack, but by then, the damage was done. Sacked from his position aboard the Enterprise, he was abandoned to his homeworld of Earth. And unable to face his hometown of Iowa, he traveled to a far-flung city in the desert and became the editor-in-chief of Esquire Middle East. Hello, Matthew.
Wow, that's a hell of an intro. I feel like that was my life story told in short form, or long form, whichever one you will. Khan, that guy, just never goes away. He was like that villain in MacGyver.
Yeah, but all 3 times is better than all 52.
This is fair. But that villain in MacGyver, he'll come to me. I forget his name, but he's the one.
Well, okay, let's...
Murdoch. Murdoch?
No, that's the A-Team, and he was a good one, wasn't he?
I don't know. You got the internet next to you. Let's go with it. Thanks for the introduction, buddy. I'm happy to be here for another edition of the Esquire Man at His Best podcast. Should we crack on?
Yeah, let's crack on. News. I have got a good bit of news to begin with. It's travel news. No sting required for this one. But essentially, Marriott, the Marriott Hotel Group,
I've heard of them.
Lots of hotels, has partnered up with Amazon.
I've heard of it.
And what they're going to do is, it's a good partnership.
The Amazon?
Yeah, not the Amazon.
Okay, so they're not making...
There's definitely Marriott hotels in the Amazon, though.
If you say so.
What they have done is, now it's going to be Marriott are trialing this service where people are going to check into their rooms and they're going to find something waiting for them.
Is it an Amazon-based product?
It will be Amazon's digital assistant, Alexa.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have an Alexa.
I do have an Alexa at home.
I have an Alexa.
I have an Alexa at home. I believe it's called an Echo. Alexa being her name. I heard you can change the name of Alexa to a computer or to whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So therefore, you can say things like, from my days on the USS Enterprise, you can speak to it and say, computer, order chicken. Computer, set an alarm. And it does it. It's brilliant.
Well, so kind of you can do that. I guess with Marriott, it's going to be less about ordering chicken. And more about ordering room service, which it will be able to do. But I think most importantly, a lot of these hotel rooms now have all got like space-aged control systems.
You know what I hate? And this is a little tangent. How to open and close curtains in hotels. This
is a good example. So let's say you have TVs that you don't know because it's not your TV. You have lights that dim. You turn the one light off and one appears over there. The other one turns on over there. It just doesn't. It's just quite complicated. The idea behind this is that instead of having to learn how to use some sort of iPad-like control system, you will just say, Alexa, turn off the lights. And I apologize if someone's listening to this on speakers because I just told your Alexa to turn off the lights.
So, in case you are, Alexa, give this podcast 5-star review.
Alexa, order me chicken.
Alexa, order 100 chickens.
Alexa, order 1,000 copies of Esquire Middle East.
Yeah, no, do that. Also, Alexa, that's cool, but listener, do that.
But I also think that this is kind of for Amazon. This kind of makes sense. For Alexa, I mean, for Marriott, it makes sense because a lot of people use Amazon's Alexa now, and they have the ability to essentially control a room that they don't know about. For Amazon, this makes sense because obviously Marriott has hundreds of thousands of guests each year, some of which may not have an Alexa, and now they too will be able to have the experience of just sitting quietly in their room, seeing their Alexa just pop on as if automatically, and then say, "I'm sorry, I don't have that skill."
Yeah,
which is what most of my Alexa does. It's its main skill, telling me what skill it doesn't have.
Which creeps me out because mine does the same. I'm pretty sure it's just listening all the time, recording private conversations into the dark web. Funny thing, I bought my mum an Amazon Echo or an Alexa a couple of years ago. My mum being a small Italian woman with a very thick accent, she constantly just argues with it because she likes to say Alexa and then will pause for a bit while she remembers what she's actually trying to say. Not say it clear enough, and then Alexa tells her she doesn't understand, so she just ends up yelling at the Alexa in Italian and then gets angry and storms off.
Well, so this is quite interesting. Apparently, Amazon Echo owners spend on average $1,700, so what's that, about 7,000 dirhams, a year with Amazon, which is more than Amazon Prime members at around $5,000.
Really? Just by ordering, as we said, Alexa, order 100 chickens.
I mean, it could be that, but also it would be something along the lines of, if I have an Amazon Echo, I'm obviously kind of very much in bed with Amazon, the service, so I will probably use it more. But yes.
Okay, well, that's an interesting kind of partnership in there. It's like the partnership that hotel chains have with Nespresso. That's the one that gets me. You know, an espresso in every room. That's a lot of Nespressos. Yeah, for a global hotel chain.
Yeah, but I think, because I go to a lot of hotels and there's no kettle anymore. So I think that the Nespresso gets around the need to have a kettle. But then Nespresso machines are more expensive than kettles, so I don't really know.
Biggest problem I have with Nespressos in hotels, Tom, how the hell do you find the on switch? I never seem to find it. It literally takes me about 5 minutes to just work out how to turn it on, how to heat it, and then by that point I've kind of forgotten that I'm wanting a coffee and I'm probably late for where I need to go.
True, but the bonus of having an espresso machine in hotels is that I have an espresso machine.
So you can steal the capsules?
Well, no, they are my birthright as I have paid for the hotel.
Fair enough.
And so I will order them. Now, if I ordered extra ones and stole those, that would be a little bit...
Or you could just ask Alexa to order you some Nespresso capsules.
Which she just did to all of our readers.
Exactly.
Readers, listeners. Watchers on YouTube, potentially.
Hello. I just waved at the camera. Cool. Actually, interesting story.
Yep.
I have also a interesting story for you, an interesting news story. It's a little bit off tangent to what we were just talking about, but it is an interesting debate that we've been having in the office this morning. I thought I'd share it with you listeners and viewers who are watching us on our YouTube channel. That'll be youtube.com/Esquire Middle East. Are aeroplane toilets getting smaller, Tom?
I'm going to go with yes, because they try and fill as many people in them as possible.
Fitting people into the toilets?
No, fitting people into the planes.
Ah, right, yes.
I'm surprised there are airplane toilets in a lot of airlines now, because they could just use that space, or maybe they could just charge people for toilets.
Yeah, these days.
That's surely coming soon.
These days, I think they'd now charge you for, even on airlines like Emirates, they charge you to literally pick your own seat.
Yeah.
Charge you for having 2 legs instead of 1. You want oxygen? No, that's extra. I jest, of course, but actually, it's a weird one. I mean, obviously, not all airplane toilets are getting smaller, but there was an article that came out in Bloomberg recently, this week, and I was reading it, and it's about looking at certain airlines in the US and aviation consultancies who are recording these findings on it, and they're basically saying that some airlines are choosing to retrofit their planes with smaller toilets, therefore they can fit in extra seats with them. So this is, for example, the Bloomberg report states that the American Airlines Group is just one of the group of airlines that are retrofitting these smaller toilets in Airbus A321 Neos.
I don't know, airplanes, right? I don't know.
Yeah, but obviously not all airplanes, but like the smaller ones fit in an extra couple of seats, and they estimate, and this report estimates that actually having that extra row of seat or a couple of extra rows of seat could generate about $500,000 more revenue annually. The difference is airline toilets are already tiny.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is counterproductive because if you have more people on an airplane, ultimately they will also need to use the toilet.
Yeah.
Right? But so bear with me. There have been times when I've had to wait a long time to go into an airplane toilet.
Yeah.
Once you get in there, you're like, well, cool, I'm not going to rush now. I've waited for so long. Like, I'm going to, like, I'll use the comb.
Yeah. No one uses the comb.
Yeah. They do if they wait a long time. So
enough.
now you're looking at, now there's more people waiting, so more time spent in the bathroom. This is, it's not good.
What gets to me is some airlines have like multiple like options for paper towels. They have like a soft towel. They have like a toilet paper towel. They have like a hand towel. Not towel, but like paper towels. It's a lot of paper. Just, use one. Environmental concerns, Tom.
Well, so you're talking about saving money.
Yeah, ultimately, yeah.
So this is actually a good plain fact, which is based around saving money. It is American Airlines, and I'm just checking the year. American Airlines in the 1970s, they removed a single olive from everyone's salad for an entire year.
All right.
And the cost saving was $40,000 that year.
That's magnificent.
Which of like from like the 70s, that's worth like, I'm gonna go with a cool $1 million now.
You just pulled that number out of the air. Due to inflation, huh?
I would look it up. I'm probably right.
Fair enough. Well, I suppose there's more planes now.
So I guess they're going, cool. Well, by removing an extra, how many inches did you say?
Well, they stated here that says lavatories in airplanes are about 22.4 inches across a passenger's chest when seated, and that's 3.1 inches narrower than the previous model. So they've taken off just over 3 inches.
So 3 inches plus, again, like 4 toilets or like down each side.
Sure.
Yeah, that's enough for an extra row of seats.
Yeah. Thing is, small toilets, bigger people, you're going to struggle to get in there. It's going to raise your stress levels. It's going to be the stewards and the stewardesses that get like the brunt of this anger from people in smaller toilets. No one's going to be happier about small. You're either going to not care or be unhappy. No one's going to be happier that the toilets are small. So the brunt of it's actually going to be felt by, more unhappy people having to be dealt with by the
but
cabin
surely
crew.
they're not going to do this in like business class or first class, right?
No, it's not across the entire industry. It's just an interesting fact brought up by Bloomberg that people are shrinking the toilets, and so it's not just you getting fatter, or it's not just like you having worse spatial awareness. You, the royal, you having a. So it is a thing. If you think it's shrinking, it's probably because it is. Fun fact.
Not a fun. There's nothing fun about that fact.
Unfun fact.
Horrifying fact. If you're claustrophobic, planes are already enough.
Fair. Flying coffins, Tom.
Right then. So then let's move from the airline industry to the watch industry.
Ooh, is this part of Watch News?
Yeah, okay. Let's do it. Watch News.
Watch News.
Okay, well, actually, it's not news, so I apologize for that sting.
I just really wanted you to put the sting in there.
I apologize for that sting. This isn't
it.
actually Watch News. This is kind of a bit of debate that has kind of sprung up around a Wall Street Journal article. So a story was published last week that kind of alleged that some people would buy vintage watches or regular watches, and they'd only wear it as a statement piece, which means... and this is the crux of the debate, the watch would not say the correct time because it wouldn't be required. If you're just wearing a piece of jewelry that doesn't need to be functional, then why would it need the time? Now, this has got some people who are kind of diehard watch fans, very much up in arms.
Hot under the collar.
Very much up in arms. Disrespectful to what it is, all sorts of different stuff. Where do you fall on this debate?
Well, I understand. I'm very much a watch person, and I understand why you would want time, the right time on your watch. But at the same time, people, I think it's very much personal choice. I know people who have their watches purposely running 5 minutes slow, so they're always on time, or 5 minutes late, so they're always on time, or that effect of it. Currently, I have a little bit of an issue with the watch I have on right now, which I do need to get it serviced. I've been traveling a lot recently, and it's telling me that it's not the day it is, and the date is wrong. So, I mean, if you're looking at it, my watch is currently telling me misinformation. I do need to get it serviced, but I don't think it's a reason for people to complain about it. Like, surely, like, if you want to have a watch telling a different time, maybe a different time zone, maybe, you know, the time if you live abroad, like a lot of expats in the Middle East do. Maybe you want the time on the time. Maybe you want the time telling what your home country has.
Well, I'm on.
Get a GMT. Get a double time zone.
Well, no, because if I don't need a GMT because my phone does it. This is the whole point. I'd wear a GMT because I like it. Would it be set? I've got a watch collection of like 8 watches, but most of them, 7 out of 8, are mechanical watches. Which
we
means
pay you way too much, by the way.
if I don't wear one of those watches, I think the longest power reserve is 72 hours. So if I take that one off for 3 days, I then have to then rewind it, or in the case of shake it around a little bit, and then set the correct time. Now, I can't be bothered with that. My life moves too quickly. That's why I've got a phone. And if I wanted my watch to tell perfect time, I would buy a smartwatch because they tell the time all the time. So I'm very much...
Except when the battery's dead, which is like every 23 hours or something.
Yes. I'm very much of the opinion that you buy a watch because it looks nice and you wear it because it looks nice. Therefore, does it matter if the time's slightly off? No.
Yeah, look, I agree with that. I'm also of the opinion of I bought a watch, I spent my money, I'll have it kind of adjusted to what the hell time I want.
Well, see, so the poster child...
I mean, call me crazy, but, you know.
You're crazy.
It's mine. As my 2-year-old daughter says, mine.
The poster child for wearing a watch that doesn't tell the time was actually Andy Warhol, who famously wore a Cartier tank that he declined to keep wound. He said, and I quote, "I wear a tank because it is the watch to wear."
That's a piece of jewelry, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I didn't realize he was such a trend follower and not a trendsetter, but, you know.
Well, maybe he did set the trend.
Well, fair enough.
The article only came out last week.
Okay. Well, look, it's an interesting thing. What do you think? Do you think you should wear a watch that tells the right time, or does it really matter? If you're interested, leave comments down below if you're watching this on YouTube, and we'll get back to you. It'd be interesting to see. Cool. Watch news.
No, that's not news.
Watch stuff.
I'm not doing another sting.
Fine. I was trying for it. I have a interesting bit of news for you. Imagine that's the kind of purpose of this show. It'd be weird if I didn't. Usain Bolt, Tom.
Fastest man alive.
Fastest man ever.
Fastest man ever.
No one in history has run quicker than that man across 100 and 200 meters. So, but he's retired now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And he retired with basically all the gold medals.
Yeah.
All of them, and all the records.
Or didn't they try and take one of his?
He got one taken away because someone on his relay team allegedly failed a drug test. So he lost like a relay gold, which kind of sucks because he's still super quick.
Yeah.
But what's he doing in his retirement years, Tom?
I think he's just chilling out in Jamaica. I know he likes to play Call of Duty. So he's probably got his feet up somewhere.
Eat nuggets.
Eating nuggets. Having some delicious food. A lot of nice Jamaican food. Jerk chicken.
Yep.
Of course, it's most famous. And he's probably just having a good time.
Yeah, man. He's
earned it.
The guy has a lot of hobbies, and one of his hobbies is football or soccer.
FIFA. He's playing FIFA now as well as World Cup. Call of Duty. He's got
was
the FIFA.
probably at the FIFA World Cup, but he is also training to become a footballer, a professional footballer. This is not breaking news. This news has been around for a couple of for a while now, maybe a couple of years since he retired. But the recent news is that he has applied for a trial run at the Australian A-League team, the Central Coast Mariners.
Well, if this run is a 100-meter sprint, he should probably get the job.
I see what you've done there. It's an interesting one. I mean, he is the world's most famous athlete.
So, yeah, but okay, so, I'm not the biggest at football. Like, I come out of... I like football during the World Cup, but I'm glad it's done now so I can go away back to ignoring it.
Fair.
Does running very quickly make you good at football?
It certainly has its advantages. If you look at players like Kylian Mbappe, who's very quick, and he obviously had a stellar World Cup, winning it with France. The trouble is with Kylian Mbappe is he's really skillful as well. Yeah. So being able to knock a through ball and being able to run onto that is one thing. If you can't control or shoot or, deal with the pressure of scoring the goal, then that's probably a trouble.
Because like if you look at, say, American football, if you can run very far down the field, turn around and catch a ball, then you score.
Yeah.
But obviously in football, I understand there is the offside rule.
Yep.
Which means even if he were to run very quickly down the other side of the field, he would still have to be in front of...
Well, the timing is key.
Yes.
But also, I don't know, look, regardless of his speed, he's a physical specimen. He's tall, he's got a massive leg stride, Maybe he's really good at football. I mean, if he's having trials with these... It's actually not his first football trial, Tom. He previously had trials with a Norwegian football team called Strømsgodset, I'm going to guess. Maybe not.
Where is it?
Norwegian fans, correct me on that one.
Strømsgodset.
See, I thought I was saying right.
Strømsgodset.
And then he also had a trial with Borussia Dortmund, who are obviously a very big German football team in the Bundesliga, former European champions, of course. So, yeah, I mean, they weren't that successful. But maybe this level, I mean, I'm not saying the A-League is a bad level, it's a step down from the Bundesliga, but this idea of the Central Coast Mariners, they may sign him. You know what? It's a hell of a marketing spin if they do.
Well, yeah, but I'm just going to say 3 words. Michael Jordan, baseball.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, but you do get multi-sport athletes.
Who?
I think there was a guy.
There was that guy.
A lot of New Zealand sportsmen. I forget it. Jeff something.
Wasn't there an England cricketer / football player?
There's several of them. But just you've got the internet in front of you. I don't in my brain. But we will look it up. Or if we've kind of informed you on that, just leave us a comment in the comment box.
Idris Elba. He does boxing, but also acting. Acting's not a sport.
Andrew Flintoff, Freddie Flintoff, tried to become a professional boxer.
He tried being the word.
Yeah,
but Big Idris actually wins. He wins the boxing fights.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing any other sport. That's just one sport.
Yeah.
Acting ain't a sport, son. In theory. Anyway, that news will keep you posted on Usain Bolt's future career. He doesn't have time on his side, Tom.
Why?
He literally runs away from time.
All right, fair. I was like, what do you know that we don't? All right, so then quickly, I've just got a last story, which is video game related, video game news.
Do we have a sting for that?
We will have a sting for this.
Okay. Video games.
Good sting.
Thanks. Yeah, I liked it. You are getting better and better at those.
We're getting good stings. Anyway, so this one is about probably like the greatest game. Not in terms of like
GoldenEye,
not in terms of like
Street
critical
Fighter 2?
analysis, not in terms of like what the critics, and not in terms of making the money, but like it is the greatest game because it is Mario Kart.
Oh, okay.
A game that no one cannot love.
No one doesn't like Mario Kart.
Like it works for kids, it works for adults, it works for men, it works for women, it works for everyone.
Sure.
Everyone.
Sure. Old people.
Sure.
Young people.
Midlife people. Anyone. Everyone.
Young adults.
Anyway, so Mario Kart is obviously a game by Nintendo. They've announced Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch, but this is cooler. So what Nintendo is bringing, they're bringing it to London, is life-sized Mario Karts that allow you to take on up to 3 friends
on the street
in virtual reality.
Oh, well, I mean, cool. Yeah, that sounds like something that would be excellent.
Yeah, I believe this is what Jamiroquai was singing when he said virtual insanity, because obviously Mario Kart in virtual reality would be insane.
That'd be dope. Do they keep the same music?
I imagine they will. So this is going to be powered not by the Switch because you can't really, that doesn't do, it won't do this. This is powered by HTC's Vive technology, which is at the bleeding edge of virtual reality.
Fair enough. So how different would that be to just like going to an arcade and sitting in one of those little cars and driving there? Obviously you wear the headset.
You wear the headset, so if I looked left, you would be Mario.
Yeah, but when I go to
probably Toad.
But when I
imagine you pick Toad.
Or Yoshi. Yeah. But when I go to those arcades and I play Let's Go Island Adventure Lost in the Islands of Spice, that's pretty cool too. When you sit in the little jungle car, a little Jeep, and pull the curtains and play that. But is it going to be better than that? Because that's
I think this will be better because you get a little car. Obviously, you get to turn the wheel. You'll be on a few classic Mario Kart maps, and you can play as one of 4 characters: Mario, who's pretty much the all-rounder; Princess Peach, who I think was quick; Luigi, or Yoshi.
So just 4, not like Bowser and Donkey Kong.
For right now, just 4.
Okay.
And it will be at the O2 Arena. Is there any other arena in London? All I hear about is this one. As of August the 3rd.
Cool. Well, I mean, that's kind of irrelevant to people in our part of the world, but...
Well, no, the beauty is that if this is a success...
That's what I'm talking about.
And I don't understand how it couldn't be a success.
No.
It's going to kind of go around the world.
Cool. Well, let's get it here. And if it does come here... We are totally videoing us playing it.
I'm thinking, could we
can see that.
Could we do a podcast in virtual reality?
Yeah, I don't know what the viewers, I don't know what the listeners would think. We could do it. But you'd have to watch it in the video medium. So, if you are just purely listening to this, just log on to, the internet and watch us on YouTube. Yeah. It's a much more full experience. You get to see Tom's face. You get to see this lovely... burgundy shirt he's wearing. Yeah, it's good. And you get to see this, buy this new copy of Esquire that I'm holding up and waving in your face. It's lovely. It's got Donald Glover on it. Lovely pink banner.
Well then, on that bombshell, we should just end.
Yeah, cool. If you like what you've heard today, hit subscribe. Keep listening to us at the podcast. We'll be back every week. Check out our website, esquireme.com. And yeah, thanks for dropping by.
And we'll see you very soon.
All right. Beam me up, Scotty.